going to have a design thinking discussion on applications of network theorem. So we all know what is design thinking, right? It is a process of understanding the needs of the user. Totally we'll be having a 5 stages in the design thinking: empathy, define, ideate, prototype and testing. In empathy part, we'll be understanding what is a problem that is faced by the user. Through feedback mechanisms, we'll be identifying what is a problem. And define stage, we'll be defining what is the exact problem. Problem statement will be defined in the define stage. In ideate, based on the problem statement, we will be listing out the ideas. So based on the ideas, we'll be designing the prototype in the prototype stage. So after designing the prototype, what is the next stage? We'll be checking whether the prototype meets the needs of the user, whether the needs of the user was addressed. It is done in the testing part. If the particular prototype doesn't meet the needs of the user, again we have to start with the define stage. So it is an iterative process. So this design thinking have to be applied in the applications of the network theorem in today's session. So after 5 minutes discussion, we can start a discussion.
So as ma'am said, we all know what design thinking is. So I am here to tell some points elaborate on design thinking. First, design thinking is a solution focused on action oriented and deeply empathetic. It differs the traditional problem solving by prioritizing the needs of the users. So first is core principles of design thinking: human-centered. Focus on the understanding of the previous people's needs. It helps the peoples to identify what the users need is. And the second one is collaboration. Encourage interdisciplinary teamwork or richer solutions. Experiments and iteration. Solutions are developed on through the prototyping and defining the feedback. As like ma'am said, it is the iterative process. We will iterate until the user gets the satisfaction. And the next one is bias towards the action. Prefers making the testing ideas over long theoretical discussions. And next is creative and innovation. Embraces the perspectives even from the non-designers.
So it is an iterative process until the user need is met. Okay.
Hello everyone, I am Tani and I am going to speak about empathize. Empathy is nothing but it refers to the deep understanding the needs, emotion and needs of the people. It also involves putting yourself in the shoes to uncover the real problem. Here the users are engineering students, circuit designers, embedded system developers.
So I am Vishnu Arshini. I am going to talk about define part. As ma'am said, define part is the saying of major problem. Major problem identified here is users face difficulties in analyzing and optimizing complex electrical circuit efficiently, especially when dealing with load source and varying source.
Okay. So we have to define what is the actual problem statement in the define stage. Next.
So myself Yamna. So here I am going to discuss about the ideate part. So ideate is basically explore the possible solution for the problem statement. So here we use Thevenin's and Norton's theorem. It reduces the circuit complexity and focus more on the component level behavior. So use maximum power transfer theorem to optimize the energy delivery in power electronics and IoT sensors devices.
Okay.
I'm Shwani. I am going to elaborate about prototype. Prototype develop real-world applications. Smart home energy system. Design circuits using Thevenin's theorem to manage the power between the solar panel, battery storage, and home appliances. IoT health monitoring device. Use maximum power transfer to for efficient sensor operation with low power multi-conductors. Embedded system boards.
So I'm Yoganila. I'm going to talk about the test part. Test part is where the prototype is tested to get a better solution. So evaluate the solution is called the test part. Stimulate simplified models in SPICE and MATLAB, validate accuracy and performances. Conduct lab-based analysis to compare conventional theorem-based design outcomes. So we need to gather the feedback from engineers to students on EC to understand and implementations.
So we all had a discussion about design thinking approach on applications of a network theorem. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.